So after lots of headache, I got this quad over here working. So let's go into the feature of the quadcopter. It's not focusing enough. Gosh. Yeah. So over here is MHC 583L, which is deprecated, and I'm using MPU 6050. Yeah, it's I2C, but what else we can do about the SPI, since I don't have enough space over here for another GPIOs. And over here is RGB, which I haven't connected on the Nucleo board. And these are my PWM receiver. These are two ESCs which I have connected just to check if the quadcopter is stable enough to fly, and the batteries are bottom down. The thing is, this whole quadcopter is printed using the 3D printer, and I'm trying to get this quadcopter stable by this propeller over here, which will be attached over here. So I don't think so this quadcopter will fly with these propellers, because these are for FPVs, but I'm just using this for to check if the KPK and KD are well tuned. And this is my transmitter over here. So what I have done is I have removed the variable value. Oops. So hello guys, so I have made a couple of drones. You have seen my previous videos, and this is the version 3, and let's take a look what are other facilities I have been adding so far. So in this drone I have, oops, it's not focusing. Yeah, so this one over here is PWM receiver. It's an gyro and accelerometer, which is very famous Chinese sensor. This one over here is Honeywell's magnetometer, and actually I have removed one this one again, my camera. Okay, so this one over here is barometer, and the basic usage for the barometer is it will measure the altitude of the drone, and it will keep the altitude of the drone very stable. So there is a mode in the firmware to do that task, and currently I have just attached two motors and two ESCs to check if the drone is stable or not, because the idea is to, first of all, that V2 version has only attitude hold, so we can hold the angle of the drone. Now first thing first, this drone does not have clean flight, beta flight or ArduPilot. The firmware is written from the scratch. It's just on progress. It's just an progress update, and to understand how the drone actually works. And these are the propellers which I have been using to test the drone, if the drone is if the KPK and KD are proper or not. So the currently which features I have been added. So in the first version, what I was doing to arm the drone, it requires a throttle to have on the bottom, and then go to the right in your direction, then again center, then the motor will start spinning. Now in the current scenario, in the current version 3, I have added this toggle switch, so I can just press this toggle switch and the motors will start spinning, and then I can use the throttle to go up and down, and let's see how it turns out. So I will add the wires for the drone, and let's get started. So now the drone is powered up. Now as you can see, somehow the barometer is also working right now. So previously I have to disconnect the barometer because the ground pin was shorted with the VCC, and somehow I disconnected it from the VCC. So now the MPU is working, the barometer is working, PWM input is working. Now let's test these two motors. So all I have to do is just press this. Oh, the throttle is down. Whenever the throttle is up, we cannot arm the drone. So even if I open the switch, the drone will not arm. And the second thing is we have to go at the bottom of the throttle, then the motor will start spinning. Now as you can see, as I throttle up, the drone will start moving. Now there is another switch over here which I have. Why is not focusing? Okay, so the another switch is over here. Shitty focus. Another switch is over here which I have been using to enable the level mode. So the level mode is currently off. As you can see, there is a blue switch over there. So whenever I pulled it up, now the level mode is enabled. Now the level mode is disabled. So what is the level mode? So the level mode will keep the drone at 0 degree. So whenever you apply the angle like that, so the drone will try to maintain the level. Like if you want to fly drone at the 30 degree level, let's keep it turned off. So all you need to do is turn this switch down, so the drone is disarmed. So it's very easy, and even if you do something wrong, you can definitely disarm the drone. And again, whenever you try to arm, all you have to do is turn the switch off, then throttle it down, and then arm again. So it will start moving again and then disarm. So this feature is very convenient because the disarm switch is like an wild card, because whenever something goes wrong, even if drone tries to flip, we can definitely do the disarm directly. Because in the previous situation, whenever we try to arm or disarm, like what we do the throttle down and then we goes to the right in the yaw and the drone will arm. The problem in that situation is sometimes we accidentally we want some sort of stunt we need to do with FPV, and the problem is whenever we do this, the drone will arm, disarm, something like that. So I need to have some sort of situation where I can do the yaw in the current situation. So I can do something like this. See, even if I am at the down of the throttle, I can definitely use this thing. So now the drone is disarmed. So this is a feature update which I have been giving. That's it. Thank you for watching. And one more thing is that this drone does support MVP, which is multi-V protocol over the serial. So I have been reading this code in the Clean Flight and Beta Flight, and it's very easy to implement this protocol. And you can also do this protocol on your UAV or in the other project, because these protocols are specifically designed for the UART, and you can definitely use it for Bluetooth UART as well in the other protocols. But for UART communication, the checksum feature is most likely to have, because sometimes what happens when we try to communicate between two microcontrollers using the UART, the problem is even if we lost the byte, we cannot assure that the byte is lost or not. Now we can, because this multi-V protocol has a checksum, so we can definitely check the checksum and validate it if the data is corrupt or not. So the next task is to identify this problem. Now if you can focus, yeah. So the problem is this hat has some wire issues. So the update 3 will have the hat of this Nucleo board. Now this Nucleo board is STM F767ZI, which is a very powerful controller. And I have one another controller as well, which is the H7. And H7 is not the fastest controller, I say. It has some features which F7 does not support, but to make the drone, the F7 is very sufficient. And the current firmware does have a feature to port the firmware directly from the F7 to H7, so we can definitely port the firmware in the STM32 family. So let's see. So the next feature is PCB for this head and GPS position hold. So this firmware does support altitude hold. I haven't tested it because this PCB is having some issues of ground issues. Like these pins does not have ground connected properly, so I'm having some PWM issues. So let's see what are the issues. First throttle down, then arm. So it's not arming. So these kind of issues are I am having because of this ground issue. If I remove this barometer, then I am turning it on. Now it's calibrating. Calibrating will be done shortly. It's not arming. I guess I have disconnected. Oh, the RF was disconnected. Sorry, it's not an issue. Now, if I move the drone, now it says working. See, I don't know why the drone reboots or let's see, figure it out. It's very easy bug to resolve, but it's very annoying since it's not a bug, it's a feature. So thank you for watching, and talk to you guys in the next one.